Hey Thumpers, welcome back to, yet again, you guessed it, another trailer reaction from Hyper RPG, Super Bowl Sunday, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, new trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be honest, that first trailer was a real letdown.
So was that first movie.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah, I don't like Jurassic World.
I don't
think it
either.
actually got worse
Come
and
at
worse.
me.
It was like a real long, weird ad for Margaritaville.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're not wrong on that either.
I actually, ranking the Jurassic films, I'd actually put them in order of release.
Yeah, I have heard you say that before. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, I don't 100% disagree. I'm on the fence about Jurassic Park 3 versus Jurassic World, but there was the aspect of Sam Neill being in Jurassic Park 3, which was a large redeeming factor.
3 has so many issues, and some of it are so bad. But Sam Neill's there.
Yep, he is.
The thing I hate about Part 4 is like, where it's like, dinosaurs are boring now. Look how bored the characters are with dinosaurs. And I'm like, shut up. Get that shit out of here.
And you know, I mean, that first teaser, I really didn't do it for me. It just felt like just a big giant action piece with a little bit of humor that I didn't think worked that well. This is a different director. This is not Colin Trevorrow. This is J.A. Bayona.
Same screenwriters though.
Same screenwriter.
Colin Trevorrow being one of them.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know. Some people seemed a lot more excited about this on Twitter. I saw some reactions. People said this was a lot better than that first teaser.
Yeah.
We'll see, I guess.
I think I looked down during the Super Bowl. I have no recollection of this whatsoever.
This was near the very beginning.
This was.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah. It was like the first thing that dropped.
I think I was still in a lift.
Yeah, I missed this and Han Solo because PlayStation View wasn't working. So thank you, PlayStation.
Ooh.
Yeah, should we just get into it?
Let's do it.
All right.
Why is there a dinosaur?
Okay.
Do you remember the first time you saw a dinosaur?
Ain't blue.
I got real excited.
You don't really
So far away. I
believe
thought
it.
that was Sam Neill.
It's like a miracle. Something's coming.
It's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex.
Stop! It's not a T-Rex.
Blue, come with me. You know you can't stay here.
Jurassic World, The Island,
You're all right. Easy, girl.
all of that is in the past.
Am I dead? Not yet, kid.
I want to show you the future.
Is that Toby Jones?
Yeah.
They made it.
Blue. You need to get us out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, the pterodactyl looked kind of dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I feel like I can't say I loved it or hated it. I'm kind of just indifferent.
It just was.
It's fine.
Yeah.
it's an is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm confused why the dinosaur's in her bedroom.
bedroom. Yeah.
Well, it looks like that bedroom might be like a
is that set?
hologram because then you see it again.
Yeah.
Which
I'm glad that Bryce Dallas Howard seems to be more appropriately dressed for the occasion this time around.
well, and I like that people seem to actually be in awe of dinosaurs.
That's
Right.
true. No, that is true. The
Last movie was
dinosaurs,
kinda like-
yeah, the dinosaurs felt like they were making an impact.
Yeah.
The CGI on the dinosaurs, as far as we've seen in this trailer, looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were afraid of a T-Rex, which is a natural reaction to have to a T-Rex. So
I think that's my biggest thing with anytime they try to make movies that are based on a franchise, especially when it's started by somebody like Steven Spielberg,
yeah,
where it has this groundedness and this reality, and there's a lot of practical elements in these movies, or in that movie in particular.
Yeah, in the first Jurassic Park,
in the first
yeah,
one,
big time,
huge. Like
Yeah.
the amount of practical use of
well, I mean, basically, the reason that Jurassic Park, the original, holds up as well as it does, even in terms of the special effects, is because the attitude that they had towards us. And I heard Kathleen Kennedy talking about this in an interview. they basically went, if we can't physically figure out a way to make
Right.
it, then we'll figure out this CGI stuff.
Right. And
Yeah.
I feel like we now live in a world where it's sort of the opposite. It's like if we
Completely the opposite.
if we can't make it look good in a computer, then let's figure out a way how we can sort of build
Correct.
something in a practical space and then enhance it with CG, which for me, as someone who like lived and breathed in visual effects, and for people like us who watch movies so much that we have a really good understanding of what makes good and bad CG, it's a harder sell. And like I hate nitpicking people's work because it's an industry that I worked in. I respect the hell of the people that put
Yeah.
in the hours and the time and the effort to make a lot of these visual effect shots, and a lot of the time constraints is not their fault. It's on the studio for not properly sort of time managing the how much time it takes to actually make a lot of these shots. So thank God that at least in this TV spot, from what I saw, I would say that like 98% of the visual effects in this looked really, really good. The movie itself, who knows? But I still feel like I don't really have a good grasp
Of
on what
what
the
it's
fuck is
about?
happening.
Yeah.
Which drives me nuts a little bit.
It's hard. Like, Jurassic Park is like, for me, Young Frankenstein's my favorite movie. Jurassic Park's probably number
I
2.
love
Yeah.
the original.
Jurassic Park is a movie that is probably like the, for me, big bang of making me want to make movies as a kid, and saying that's the thing I want to do. Honestly, to me, this is the issue at the end of the day. Whatever storyline they come up with, whatever they do, the reason we got excited about The Lost World is because we liked Ian Malcolm. We were so excited.
Right.
That's true.
That trailer was completely built. You go watch that Lost World trailer. That trailer is completely built almost around Ian Malcolm and less
Yeah.
dinosaur shots. It was
Totally.
mostly built around, hey, this character you loved is back.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about Owen. What's his nuts?
don't care
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you Bryce Dallas Howard's character's Nick Claire. I think.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like I got Chris Hemsworth and Bryce Dallas Howard as actors, as personalities
Pratt.
on
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
There's a lot
One
of
of the other
Chris's, it's
Chris's.
fair.
Yeah, Chris
We're
Pratt.
going to see a bunch of them in
It's
another
true.
trailer.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard as personalities on talk shows and other things. I like
they're
them a lot.
great.
Yeah.
Those two characters for me in the Jurassic World were so bland
know.
and they didn't do anything. So like them reappearing in these trailers does nothing
I
for
think
me.
that that's the thing is that unlike something like, say, Star Wars, where we're
Mhm.
getting frustrated that they're just telling stories about the same characters over and over again. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
they built this incredible universe where there's lots of different stories that you could be telling and lots of different time periods you could be exploring beyond like what happened immediately before New Hope. With Jurassic Park, I think a lot of what's so great about the first film in the franchise is it really hinges on the fact that you care so much about those characters.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's why you show up for Lost World, because Ian Malcolm's such a you love him. You want to know more about him and
Yeah.
see his continued adventures.
And that's why we give an edge to Jurassic Park 3
Yeah.
because of Dr. Galen Grant.
yes.
Yeah, exactly. And I think not this trailer because it doesn't show him, but we get to see Jeff Goldblum in that first teaser.
Right.
And even the reveal of him in that teaser felt so weak to me. And I thought,
Yeah.
and I think like if you're gonna bring Jeff Goldblum back,
like
shouldn't
really
it-
bring
should-
him back.
shouldn't it kind of feel? I mean, it's obviously not gonna be on the level of like Han Solo's reveal in the Force Awakens trailer, but like something like that where
Yeah.
you see him at the very end and it excites you and it makes you feel like, oh, cool.
Well, there's
we are going back
also-
to the roots of Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
And
but
there's-
it definitely felt more like, oh hey guys, Jeff Goldblum's in this movie.
Right.
Well, there's also a degree too, if this makes any sense, it's like the first 3 Jurassic films dealt with like scientists and they were able to get out of
Yes.
scenarios because they were smart, or they thought things through or they knew what they were doing.
Mhm.
This was like
And
they
Jurassic
luck
Park,
out.
well, Jurassic Park 3, the only people who live are the goofy, terrible parents. But then Alan Grant and his assistant
Yeah.
and all the mercenary gun-toting action adventure types die
They don't make it out.
10 minutes into the
Yeah.
adventure on the island. Same with The Lost World. Same with Jurassic Park. Whereas in this film, I feel like Owen is that character.
He's the Han Solo who makes it
cool,
through.
cool
Yeah.
gun-toting, can slide in and knows the cool, quippy things to say. I'm like, in the other 3 Jurassic Park films, he would have died
I
in
think
15
that's
minutes.
The thing is that it
Yeah, I agree.
is Jurassic Park. It isn't really an action film.
No.
You know what
No.
I mean?
It's
Because
kinda
as you
turned
say,
into
it
that.
is, and that's the thing is it is turning into
Yeah.
that. And that was the thing that was interesting about Jurassic Park was you did have these characters that were surviving based on their intelligence and their resourcefulness rather
Mhm.
than their brute strength, because you can't brute strength a dinosaur. Sorry, they will
Right.
beat you.
Yeah,
Of course.
and so I mean, there's that factor, and then I think it's also the thing too is like, and this was pointed out at the first trailer reaction for the first trailer here, as Augie pointed out, is the scene. It's not in this trailer, but in the scene when Chris Pratt's running and the dust from the volcano it takes him over, and Augie goes, "You're dead, Chris Pratt. That gas, gas and smoke is this hot, and this, that, and the other." And when you guys were done recording, Augie had not seen the first Jurassic World. I don't believe. I don't think. I think he said. I could be wrong. Someone will correct me on that.
Sure, yeah.
But I kind of said, I'm like, yeah, that's what the series is now. Like the first two films are very much like, here's science.
Yeah.
Yes.
Science is a good thing, but it can be taken this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And this film, the new films is the action adventure hero can run through volcano smoke.
Yes.
Totally.
Exactly.
And again, and that just goes back to the idea that, you know, the first couple Jurassic Park films, as you mentioned at the top, Cameron, they were so grounded in reality. You felt like you were really going on the journey with these characters, particularly with like the kids in the first movie, because I was a kid when the first Jurassic Park film came out.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, oh, I could survive because I'm smart and I'm resourceful just like these kids are. And obviously I would want to have adults that were as smart and capable as Dr. Grant and Dr. Sattler, like with me. But it felt like, oh, if dinosaurs came back and, you know, things went terribly as they did on the island, this is the experience that anybody would have.
Yeah.
And now it is very much in the realm of that sort of fantastical action adventure superhero, which is not Jurassic Park.
Well, that, and then you also have like what the films are about to some extent. And I think the thing is like the first two films, despite what anyone might think about the Lost World, the first two films are still trying to be about something, especially the first one where it's like the folly of man and don't fuck with science and don't fuck with Mother Nature. And there's great Ian Malcolm lines about like, stop fucking around. Let nature take its course. Don't try and play God. And number two is about, again, like kind of continuation of the folly of man, that there was another island. There was all this other stuff. Jurassic Park 3 at this point is kind of like a sci-fi original movie at that point. But 4's message is like, isn't nostalgia and commerce gross? And I'm like,
What?
This is where we've gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I think the series could have had an evolution where it could have maybe gone into more of an action movie territory. But I think you needed, with Jurassic World, you really needed to build a foundation like what Jurassic Park did.
Sure.
Yes.
And then from there, you could have, you know, set up the arc of the potential trilogy to then the second movie kind of escalates into something bigger, but then still make sure that the foundation that it's grounded in is all about what's established in the first one.
Like in the Resident Evil video games where it starts, you've just got zombies in the mansion and then they go to all of Raccoon City and then they just slowly are taking over the world.
Yep. Well, and I'm not the first to point this out, but when the first trailer dropped, and I think it's actually a very salient point, is like, so the first island is a volcano. Why would Hammond build a theme park on a volcano that's possibly active? But even ignoring that, why do you want to save the dinosaurs? They were literally cloned. You have the blood.
Yeah.
Just go make more.
You can't do it again.
Yeah.
And you have another island with dinosaurs.
Yeah,
and some people,
again.
before anyone in the comments starts going on about like, well, if they were going to destroy a place with tigers, you're telling me you wouldn't try to save the tigers? Not the same. Tigers weren't brought into this world by cloning.
It's very different. It's very different. That is a good point.
But please go and just tell me in the comments. Tell me all the different laws about animals. If there was a fly that was going to blow up, what they would do. Just go right there in the comments. Tell me what do you know.
Just bring that salt, goddammit. Yeah, I mean, look, movie comes out June 22nd. It could come out, we could go watch it, and it could be great.
Look,
Could
I'm
be.
excited because I'm probably going to get a 4K of the first film.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be fine with that because now that a sequel's out, they're going to try and remarket the first ones.
Yeah.
Give me that 4K. I'll be happy.
Look, man, I bought the all four movies in like a quadruple pack that has like the 3D versions and everything. I'm a sucker for, I'm a completist in that regard. So I will buy the ones that are not even that great, but this movie could end up being, hopefully, I hope it is at least better than the last one.
As we say at this point, I really have no idea what it's about. So
Surprise me on June 22nd.
Yeah.
And I will actually, I do like
Jay Bayona.
Jay Bayona's other films like quite a bit. So that does excite me to some extent, at least. Maybe there'll be some cool scenes.
Yeah, of course. Emma, where can everybody find you on the internet?
You can find
So they
me
can be mad at you.
at my name. You want to tweet angry tweets at me about how I said we should blow up dinosaurs. You can do that at Emma Fife. You can find me on Instagram at Emma Fife or on my Facebook page, which you can like, Emma Fife.
You can find me at twitter.com/JurassicAlien if you want to come up with those laws about animals. Probably some shit I don't care about, and I'll just send you that Homer Simpson gif when he's shrinking into the sand. But anyway, twitter.com/JurassicAlien.
You just find me at Adam Havok. I probably just won't respond back to you if you're going to send me shade. That's life. I can do that. Make sure you guys all subscribe right here, Hyper RPG, with more trailer reactions on the way. And check out Cineverse, Hyper Heroes, and all the other cool stuff that we have to offer.